Considering of migrating to Australia, well, the overall process can be a bit of a complex, and if you don't know what the eligibility criteria is, what points you have to meet, what are the key criteria to be able to apply for the visa, it can be an overall daunting process. Hi, my name is Fahad Shamim. I'm one of the registered migration agent and a qualified education consultant. Been in the industry for over 7 years now. So today we actually going to go through few different visa subclasses that one can apply from outside of Australia as long as they are meeting the key criteria. So what's really very important to understand is that the overall visa subclasses are divided into permanent visas and into temporary visas. So certain subclasses like 189, 190 and even 186 are the permanent visas for which either you would need a sponsor or you don't need a sponsor. For example, for 189, if your occupation is on the list and you are actually meeting the points overall, you can definitely apply for the visa and you can come here in Australia in any state and work full time, make it your home. On the other hand, visa subclass like 186, again it's a permanent visa, but for this you would need a sponsor. So you would need a company or a business to be able to nominate you based on your skills, based on your overall profile, and they would be able to sponsor you to come here, and if you're meeting the requirement, you can work, stay and live here on a permanent basis. Now talking about the short-term visas like 482, 494, 491, 407, these are the visas which make you eligible to come here in Australia for a short period of time, work here, get the necessary experience and then explore the permanent pathway. So obviously all these visas can lead to a permanent visa of permanent subclass categories that you can avail in order to be able to stay in Australia. However, there are certain key requirements that one would have to meet. For example, the age requirement, the English requirement, the overall experience requirement, and most importantly your overall occupation. So there are certain occupations which are high in demand, and there are certain occupations which Australia doesn't really need. On the other hand, similarly, if you are happy to move to a regional Australia, like a regional area in Australia, you probably would have a better chance to have a successful outcome of your application. Now this is where a registered migration agent can come and help you throughout the overall process, because a registered migration agent can help you identify if you are eligible, what would be the key criteria, how you can actually apply, what are the different steps of the overall application, what's the chances of getting a successful outcome. So if you are considering of migrating to Australia and if you believe that you are having one of those skills, or even if you're not sure but still you want to have a one-on-one session, you can definitely book in a consultation session and I'll be more than happy to evaluate your profile, go through the different options in terms of visas, what are the visa categories, if you are eligible, and how long would it take to apply for that. So book in a consultation and I'll be more than happy to help you out.